The problems with Vanguard's retirement planning models. Vanguard is going up to the plate, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 3 on, down by 3. Mariano Rivera on the mound. He throws his, what was that pitch he had? Slider. And David Ortiz swings and misses. And the Yankees go to the World Series, beating the Red Sox once again. That's what Vanguard's doing here. It's nuts. So let's we're gonna start with this article, and I just did a video on this, so I'm not gonna get in this article here. The false promise of U.S. historical return. So read this. I'll put a link in the show notes. Then we're gonna go to the comments, which I think, yeah, I guess I gotta. And I'm gonna share with you the comments here because this is critical. There's your old buddy Josh right there. By the way, I've been told on numerous occasions that Vanguard uses historical returns in their planning models. And this is not just what I'm going to show you right here, but also the ones where you pay their personal advisory services. This is what I've heard. I've seen by real live people who sent me real live data set. I said, I can't believe Vanguard is doing this. Not their own VCMM, the Vanguard Capital's model market models, which is true, makes no sense. So I think that's true. And then my man David, who wrote this article from Morningstar, says I have an IRA at Vanguard. I remember stumbling across a retirement nest egg tool a while back, and I realized it does 100,000 runs. And I was like, that's nuts. Then I realized it was 100,000 runs using pure historical returns. I was like, what? I'd rather have 100 runs using forecast returns than a bajillion using historical returns. I emailed some folks I knew at Vanguard and told them using pure historical returns is kind of odd when they have their own VCMM returns, to my point. But it looks like it's still historical. I hope they update their assumptions in the future. So he links this tool and he says text describing returns using forecast. For stock market returns, we use the Standard & Poor's S&P 500 from 1926 to 1970, the Wilshire 5000 from 1970 through 2005, and the Morningstar CI Capital Investment U.S. Broad Market thereafter. So you hear what I'm saying? For stock market returns, we basically use the broad-based indexes from the previous United States history. That's dumb. For bond market returns, we use the S&P High Grade Corporate from 1926 to 1968, High Grade Index from 1969 to 1972, Barclays, the Barclays U.S. Aggregate Bond Index for the rest. Again, bond returns, historical. Stupid. For the returns on short-term reserves, we use Citigroup's 3-month Treasury Bill Index. For inflation, we use the changes in the annual CPI from 1926 through last year. Stupid. So then we go to the model right here. This is the retirement nest egg, and we're going to say we're going to say right here. All right, we got 30 years. We're going to spend $1 million. We got $1 million today. We're going to last for 30 years. We're using a 4.5% rate of return. We're going to say we're 50. We're just going to say 50, 30, 20. That's fine. Run simulation, and let's see what it comes up with. And look at that. We got 83% probability that our money lasts for 30 years. Can I change that? Just look like it. Oh yeah, cool. So I want to last for, that's pretty cool. 25 years is 90%. If I wanted to last for 35 years is 76%. Good stuff. So let's check this out. So we're going to go, there we go. 80% bonds, 20% cash. And instead of being 4,500, we're just going to go to 30. Let's use 3.5%. Right there. There we go. 3.5%. And let's see what it says on bonds and cash. So using bonds and cash, 80% bonds, 20% cash. For 30 years, it gives me an 85% probability of success. Oh my goodness, people. Let's see what it says for 45%. 4.5%. That's freaking nuts. It gives me a 39. So it goes from 85 to 39 because of a 1% difference. All right, so split the difference, go in the middle. What's it going to be? 68, I'm saying. Let's see. 64. So 4% with just bonds and cash. Vanguard is saying I got a 64% probability of success. Let's see what they say. Okay, for example, 10 years from today, the probability stuff. Okay, I got that. The estimated probabilities. Okay, how the 100,000 simulations for each year. Each simulate randomly select. Okay, I just want to see about. I assume they're spending your money upwards with a projection of inflation. My friends, this is poor. All there is to it. So let's look at the Vanguard Capital's model market and see. I mean, just freaking nuts. But it's the personal advisory services as well. Hold on just a second. Here's their project returns on their Vanguard Capital's models market. And this is, what do they call this thing? Navigator 2021 Outlook. I downloaded this. So let's see. U.S. equities, they project about 4.5% roughly. All right, 4.7 to be precise, with a 17% volatility. Real estate about 4 with a 19% volatility. U.S. equities about 8 with an 18.6% volatility. So you can get that. That's pretty ugly. Oops, let me get his ball. Hold on just a second. U.S. aggregate bonds are looking about 1.25, man. 1.25. Treasury bonds about less than 1. Cash 1. Inflation about 1.5. So I mean, using you can't use those numbers. I mean, you can do whatever you want, and then use the same thing with using these projected numbers, man. I mean, and using these historical numbers. It doesn't make sense to me, and that's a big no-no. That's a big no-go. The idea you can spend $40,000 a year off a $1 million portfolio adjusted for inflation and have a 2/3 chance of not running out of money over 30 years is just silly. If the portfolio is 80% bonds and 20% cash. That's freaking dumb, especially when their own models say they're expecting less than 1% cash and 1.25 in bonds. I can't do that. Anyway, big swing and a miss, Vanguard. You got to fix that stuff. All right, we'll see you.